I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing because of what happened yesterday morning's live. But before I start on that, you know the rules. I apologize. I might end up having to do the live another time because I came so late. But the rules are fair use. I always do this. Fair use. I always read it at the beginning of the show. Fair use copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Also, I have to add this in. this is strictly for information, informative, and educational purposes. Hello, Narendra. Thank you for coming in. Narendra, something happened this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yesterday morning. Hello, Mrs. Shamrock. Hello, you guys. I apologize for coming so late. The reason it's really no excuse. Okay, I don't even like when people make excuses myself. But I don't know if you was here yesterday. And hello Jacob, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you so much. I apologize for coming late. I don't know how this live may be now because I normally come at a certain time, okay, earlier, between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. and it's now almost 8 a.m. But yes, what happened? Oh my goodness. Yesterday's live. Now there is a thing called and Jacob, I'm learning, I'm taking baby steps. But yesterday's live, I will say I want to wait till some more people come in, but I'm going to show this, okay? First, for YouTube purposes, okay? YouTube guidelines. This is Politigram platform. Yes. Yesterday's live, I want to make sure I show. Okay, now this is my channel. I'm trying to go to the actual platform in regards to yesterday's live. Trying to see. Now, I had to change, if you can see this, I had to change the actual thumbnail and some other things, but yes, it was a lot. Yes. Oh, you was out yesterday, Mrs. Shamrock? Was the people out of pocket? No, I mean, they were the same. I mean, yes, of course, some people, they're going to be out of pocket anyway. But what happened yesterday, I got very emotional. I mean, people were so nice. I mean, shout out to John. Shout out to Joy. It motivated me to try to, do more. Because basically what happened yesterday, and I want to be positive. I think I'm at the 3-minute mark because I'm trying to give it grace time. But basically, when you are monetized, I want to say that when you are monetized, you have to be very careful with things that you put into your on your platform or in your videos. So for me, I'm gonna make a video, upload a video under the membership to help people know how to, what to put in their videos and what content not to use and certain things to say and how to actually help build your channel. Because basically yesterday for me, yes, what you see, I'm gonna say it this way. What you see, this was not here, okay? This was not here. I had to change the thumbnail. Yes, Mrs. Shamrock, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start and put it in under the membership. But yes, what you should see here, this was not it. Okay, I had to change this thumbnail. And what was the other one? Give me a moment. Hold on. I had to change the thumbnail. I'm trying to see if is this it? Oh, hold on. Yes, I had to change the thumbnail for this one, and it was another one. That's why I was saying I got to make sure everything is on point. Because if you don't make sure everything is on point, and that gives me another thing, I got to check this video. If you don't make sure everything is on point, that's when you begin to have the issues. Okay? And when I say you have the issues, that's when, you know, you'll get something under YouTube. I'm going to talk all about it, but yes, just that little tidbit, I have to give people heads up. You have to be careful what you put on your platform, as far as what you say, as far as what you do on, as far as your thumbnail. Mrs. Shamrock says, reach out to me if you need some help. Yes, I promise I will, because I am not trying to I'm not trying to lose this channel. I'm not trying to, you know, I want to go up. Okay. And that's one thing, as far as the politic talk I want to talk about in regards to YouTube, is other, as far as other, you know, outlets. I will say this, and hello guys, thank you for coming in. I apologize for coming in so late, okay, on Whitney Houston time, but I want people to understand this when it comes down to politics, and I'm learning this, okay, that, remember when I had said that, you know, on this platform, we welcome all, we welcome everybody. This is a place to talk about, you know, what people are not comfortable talking about. Yes, it seems as if there are some stipulations. I didn't say anything wrong, but it's just, I'm trying to be very, very careful, okay? And one of the things I'm noticing is, Narendra says, oh, I thought Diddy lawyers put a gag order on you. No, see, I'm thinking this. I'm going to say it this way, okay? I'm going to say it this way. And this is going to let me know if I'm right. After this live, I think when I post something about the letter T, I'll say it that way. When I post a picture or post something as far as the thumbnail goes about the letter T, that's when I see something. I'll say it that way. Okay, and shout out to the, you know, to the T supporters, but I really believe it has something to do with that, okay? Because of all what's been going on in the election world over here in America. Mrs. Shamrock says YouTube is super particular about what it allows and doesn't allow. Yes, I'm noticing that. Yes, Mrs. Shamrock, I'm really noticing that. And hello, guys. Thank you for coming in. Narendra says, guys, please like and subscribe. Yes, and that's why I said I'm being very, very careful with what I talk about. And like I said, to all the new people that are just coming in, if you were here yesterday morning, we had an awesome show. I was in tears. Yes, I was actually in tears. But I did get some notification under YouTube, and I want to talk about that as far as the guidelines go. Now, with my channel is good for now. Okay, it is good for now, but I want to check one more thing, because I did do a video afternoon. I did 2 videos yesterday morning. I'm giving you guys a heads up with what's been going on. Yes, yesterday's show was great. It really, really was. And I did a morning show, and it was this show that did these views, as you can see right here. But then I got a note, okay, from YouTube. Hello, big man. I got a note from YouTube. So I had to reach out to them, and, you know, I'll talk about it in the membership part. If you follow me on my membership, okay, then I ended up doing a second video that afternoon. I mean, I'm not giving up, you guys. And that's one thing I want to tell you guys. Like, whatever you do, do not give up. Okay? I want people to understand that. Do not give up. Because, Big Man says, Trump ruined the election. Yes. But I want people to understand, you know, you cannot give up no matter what you do. And this particular, yesterday, the frequency was very high for me. Like, I was very so excited from yesterday's morning live. And then when I got that notification from YouTube, it kind of like made me numb. And I will say that it made me kind of numb, so it motivated me to do another video to see, okay, what's going on. So I ended up doing another video. It was called Veterans Day. And I'm trying to look for it now on my end, because I know you guys are not going to be able to see it. But that's another thing. I don't see it. I see this video. I don't see the other video. See, these are things that I was talking about. And that's why I say to people, I'm going to make some videos in regards to talking about as far as the guidelines go, okay, as far as membership goes, because this, we all have to work together, but I want to be very careful because I don't know who's watching. And I'm not saying, you know, people have enemies. I'm not saying any of that, but I want to be very, very careful with the information that I put out because I have gotten some words, and I'm not trying to, you know, start anything, but to protect my channel, to protect the subscribers, to protect myself, I'm going to give out specific information under my membership platform. Okay, I just want to make sure I throw that out there for heads up. Now, moving forward, that's I just want to just start it off on that note. Okay, if you guys are still in here, please hit that like button. Also, please support the channel because of what's been going on. You can donate to the platform, as well as, last but not least, you can hit that like button, share, and subscribe, please. Now, today we're going to talk about I just had to give a heads up of what's been going on, and that's some of the reason I came in late. And I want to actually talk about, let me get my stuff together for you guys because I see people coming in. Okay, today we're going to talk about politics, and part of the politics on this platform. We're going to talk about Young Thug, of course. We're going to talk about the results of this election. Okay, I have to say it that way. The results of the election, I have to say it that way because just like I stated earlier, I think something is going on when I mentioned the T word. Okay, the T word. Okay, so let me go first and talk about Young Thug. Let me go to talk about Young Thug first. Now, in regards to the YSL case, and yes, I'm calling it the Young Thug case. I am calling it that. Yes, Young Thug is free. Okay, he is free, as you should know. If you do not know, Young Thug was released on a non-negotiated plea deal. I talked about that. And welcome you guys. Thank you for coming in. Now, in regards to Young Thug being released, I want to show the people that are still there. You have Shannon Stillwell, as well as Young Gotti, aka DeMonte. Now, these two, they're still going through a trial right now. Now, why am I wanting to talk about them first as far as this thing called the politic world? I'm going to scroll down why I want to talk about them. Because when I did my research on Shannon Stillwell, I don't know if you guys know about him. Okay, he is part of the co-defendants of this YSL RICO case that was as far as the indictment goes. It started March of 2022. March of 2022. And why is my thing acting up? I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on one moment. See, this is what happens when you have a shakeup on your channel. But yes, in regards to Shannon Stillwell, he was convicted of all counts, and he's facing 2 life sentences. Okay, in addition to 85 years. Okay, this is what he is facing. Why? Because he did not accept the plea deal that was offered to him, and that is why he is still locked up at Fulton County. I wanted to start off with him because he has been going through a lot. And when I say he has been going through a lot, I wanted to really just start off. And hello guys, thanks for coming in. Please hit that like button. He has been going through a lot, in the sense that it's been a lot of chaos. When I say a lot of chaos with him, you guys are going to be just astounded. And has anybody heard of this gentleman named Shannon Stillwell? He also goes by the name of SB. And thank you for coming in, you guys. Now, with Shannon Stillwell, okay, like I stated, he's looking at 2 life sentences in addition to 85 years of federal prison time. Why? Because of the charges that he received. Now, because the deal that was offered to him, and I wouldn't have accepted that deal, but the deal that was offered to him was he was offered 40 years of mandatory serving those years, and then only with the possibility of parole. Me, I don't blame him. I wouldn't have accepted that deal either, okay? Because I mean, who's to say what might happen while he's in federal prison 40 years. Why do I say that? Because of what's been going on with him since he's been in jail. He's been in jail ever since March of 2022. And ever since he's been in jail, he's been going through drama. How much of drama? I'll break it down. He has had not one, not two, but two fiancés. Yes, you heard me right. He has had a fiancé. Okay, then of recently, and I cannot make this up. Recently, it was presumed, and I'm going to show the actual certificate license. He allegedly is currently married to one of the former attorneys to that's one of the witnesses of this YSL case. Yes, I cannot make this up. He is currently allegedly married to one of the attorneys that represents the witness. That's supposed to be a witness that the prosecutors are using. Okay, this is Shannon Stillwell we're talking about. And with him, this guy, he's looking at all this time. But I want you guys to also look at this. And thank you guys for coming in. Please hit that like button. With Shannon Stillwell, okay, he's supposed to be married to this beautiful attorney. She's an actual attorney here in Fulton County, okay. And yes, she was, okay. She was the former attorney of the witness, one of the witnesses the prosecutors were using, okay, to so-called testify against Young Thug and the co-defendants, the other co-defendants to this YSL case. Yes, I cannot make this up. And to prove my point, okay, this is the marriage license, and I had to edit it, okay, for YouTube purposes. This is the actual marriage license. As you can see, his government name is Shannon Bernard Jackson, and her name is Kayla Janae Bumpus. Okay, so this is the marriage license. This is the alleged marriage license, and I'm gonna stroll back down. As you can see, this marriage license was as far as in Texas goes. But here is the question, though. Here is the question. Why people are questioning this whole marriage license and everything. How are they married? But Shannon has been in Fulton County, okay, for ever since March of 2022, okay? So I think March or May of 2022. So how is it, I want to make sure, how is it he is quote unquote married to this attorney, okay? How is that? Now, with the attorney Kayla Bumpus, with her, like I stated, she is the former attorney of a gentleman if you guys been following this case, she's the former attorney to Lil Woody Jonathan that's also known as Jonathan Melnick, okay, and the people call him Lil Woody. And the person that we're talking about, I'm going to show a clip of Lil Woody of how he presented himself in court when he first came in. I'm going to show a clip of him, okay? This is Lil Woody that we're talking about, that she was representing. Now with her, I'm not sure if she still is representing Lil Woody, okay? I'm not sure. But this was earlier in the proceedings. Let me make sure I show it to you guys. One moment. Yes. This is Lil Woody that we're talking about. This is Lil Woody. When he was at at the podium talking to the judge, and the Judge Paige Whitaker, she was actually telling him, you know, like this at the beginning, like you're gonna have to actually testify. Okay, you're not gonna play these same games that you played with the last judge. And this was Lil Woody's response. Okay, she's basically telling him you're gonna have to testify next Monday, not this Monday, but this was just a clip of when he was on the stand.
I'm asking you now, when they're like, all right, we're calling Kenneth Copeland, are you going to say, okay, ask me what you want to ask me, I'll tell you whatever I'm going to tell you? Or are you going to say, nope, I don't care if you throw me in jail, I'm not saying a word, I am not getting on the stand?
It depends on how I wake up.
Okay. All right, well then we will just revisit it on Monday morning. So
now, notice what he said. This is Lil Woody, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lil Woody. I'm just gonna play a little, just a repeat of this clip.
If you throw me in jail, I'm not saying a word. I am not getting on the stand.
It depends on how I wake up.
Okay. All right, well then we will.
Now, this is Lil Woody we're talking about. This is the gentleman and with Lil Woody, the reason I'm saying she's a former attorney of Lil Woody, because Lil Woody allegedly fired his attorney that I'm talking about, that is supposedly allegedly married to one of the co-defendants that's still going on, and that is Shannon Stillwell, aka SB, aka Shannon Bernard Jackson. So I'm going to show the person that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this was his former attorney. She's a very well-known attorney here in Fulton County as well. She's very well-known even here on the YouTube platform. I'm going to do another video talking about this Miss Kayla Bumpus. I mean, I think with her, I think she's a very smart person. But some people tend to think that she is more of a clout chaser. But I always tell people, don't be fooled by what you only see, how people present themselves online. How they present themselves online is not how they actually are in real life. Because we also have to take into mindset, this lady is an actual attorney. She did pass the state bar. Okay, she did have a bachelor's degree. You have a master's degree. These are things as far as being an attorney. So she's not, as they say, that type of person. Okay, so don't be fooled by all what you see online. Now, back to Shannon. Back to Shannon. Now, with him, I will say he has been going through a lot since he's been locked up. And the reason I want to talk about him is because he is still going through this trial, and he's been locked up over 700 days. Okay, it's going to be 3 years in a minute. It's going to be 3 years for Shannon Stillwell, as well as these other co-defendants that's coming about. Okay, now with Shannon Stillwell, okay, I'm going to say this. I don't know what's to come, because it seems as if he's getting into a lot of drama since he's been locked up, or should I say drama is just coming his way, because his first girlfriend that he had, or should I say fiance, okay, her name is, I want to scroll down for you guys to actually see, her name is Taisha Alexander. With Taisha Alexander, she made headlines as well. She's a very popular hairstylist here, okay, in Atlanta, Georgia. She's a very beautiful woman. I'm going to do some videos as far as connecting Taisha and Kayla Bumpus, because in the headlines, when I was looking it up for Taisha Alexander as well as Kayla Bumpus, the two women that are quote-unquote connected to Shannon Stillwell since he's been locked up, okay, they made it seem like they're both his wives, and that's not true. Taisha was a fiance to Shannon Stillwell. Now, with Taisha Alexander, she made headlines okay, because she was, according to an interview, she feels that there was a possible, or should I say not she, other people felt that she was possibly being followed and watched, okay? Why? Because there's actual surveillance footage that she was followed home. And the person that we're talking about is this lady right here, Taisha Alexander. She was actually followed home. If you guys, I'll show it to you because I'm trying to be very, very careful with the YouTube guidelines. But I'll do another video talking about that. With Taisha, I'm gonna just talk about it. With Taisha, there is a surveillance where she was followed, okay, late at night, and it was two women that followed her, okay, and they tried to actually rob her, okay, and it got to the point she actually came out with her surprise in her purse. Okay, I would say it that way, to protect herself. Now, why am I talking about this? Because people are trying to make it seem as if that, you know, she is just, you know, like treating her as if she's one of them. Why? Because she was the fiance to Shannon Stillwell. That's what is going out there in the world. Now, with Taisha, okay, I'm not being funny when I say this. With Taisha, I have not heard about her after what happened to Shannon Stillwell since he's been locked up. And what do I mean? What happened to him since he's been locked up? We're gonna talk about it. Okay. I'm just gonna read what I type. Okay. Now, remember I said they offered a deal to him, but it was withdrawn within less than 24 hours. Okay. They didn't want it. Okay. And that was the next day after Young Thug had did his non-negotiated plea deal. Okay. So that was on a Friday. Okay. November the 4th. Right. Now, I will say this. Shannon Stillwell, he is charged with several charges on this RICO case that we're looking at. And it includes 2 rabbit tricks. And notice how I said that. 2 rabbit tricks. This is for YouTube purposes guidelines, okay? And anybody, if you are a content creator, okay, some people can say it online. I'm not going to get into it as far as the politics go, but just take heed. If you go online and you're on YouTube, you will see some outlets can say certain things and other outlets cannot say it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it 100. So for me, when I say something like deleting somebody, instead I'm just gonna say 2 rabbit tricks. Okay. So he was charged with 2 rabbit tricks, possession of by a convicted felon, and conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corporate Organizations, otherwise known as a RICO Act. Now, why he was locked up? Because he got arrested. He turned them. So should I say yes? He was arrested March of 2022. All right. Fast forward, December the 11th of 2023, down at Fulton County Jail, he got in a physical altercation with this gentleman. He got in a physical altercation with this gentleman by the name of Willie Brown. And ladies and gentlemen, you cannot make this up. Yes, Shannon Stillwell got in a physical altercation with another inmate. And surprisingly, this man's name is Willie Brown. Yes, you cannot make this up. Okay? Him as well as Willie Brown, they were put in the same zone area, okay? And that they do not know what the argument was about, right? But this all happened in Fulton County Jail off of Rico Street. And this is the main reason I keep telling people, when it comes down to these cases, okay, in Fulton County, and shout out to Fulton County, shout out to anybody that lives in Atlanta, put it in the comments, hit that like button. When it comes to the jail, it is so many people that are in that jail that have been in that jail for years and still have not had a trial or had a trial date. I want people to understand this, right? So with that being said, with Shannon Stillwell, one of the co-defendants in this YSL RICO case, okay, with him and Willie Brown, they got in an altercation. Both of them, okay, they're waiting. They're in this jail waiting. This was back in December of 2023. They end up getting into an altercation. Okay, Shannon ended up getting hit in the stomach as well as in the back. Okay, hit in the stomach as well as in the back. Okay, and sent to Grady Memorial Hospital. You cannot make this up. Now, he ended up getting treatment. It took 2 hours for them to operate on him, and he ended up going back to the trial the very next day. Yes. Okay, now, when it comes down to Willie Brown, when I did my research, they said Willie Brown has been charged back then with aggravated, the A word, and possession of a prohibited items in connection to doing what he did to Shannon Stillwell. Now, with Willie Brown, this gentleman that we're talking about, with Willie Brown, he was arrested. This is just letting you guys know how they are treating these people in jail. Okay, this is just letting you guys know. With Willie Brown, the guy that you're looking at, he is the guy that got in a physical altercation with one of the YSL co-defendants, okay, here in Fulton County, that caused this gentleman, Shannon Stillwell, to end up going to the hospital, okay, and having to have an operation. Yes, it was on that level. Okay, Willie Brown, just to give you guys just a brief notice with him, I don't even think he still has had a trial yet, and this is 2024. This man has been locked up down in the Fulton County Jail ever since July the 22nd of 2020. Okay? 2020. So by the time Shannon comes in, right? Just think about it. By the time Shannon Stillwell comes in, one of the YSL co-defendants comes in, Shannon had already been in there for a year, but he had already been in there for 3 years. Okay? 3 years at the Fulton County jail system. Okay, so with this guy, Willie Brown, he was arrested July the 22nd of 2020 for several charges. He's been held without bond ever since. Okay, so according to Fulton records, his charges are felony cruelty to children and one felony for a rabbit trick, okay, a rabbit trick of deleting, okay, making people disappear. I said that way, one rabbit trick, among other charges. Okay, now this is Willie Brown, and I wanted to talk about on the politics part of it, because this is why here in Fulton County, just to let you guys know, this Fulton County jail we're speaking of, the sheriff is talking about suing the county. Why? Because people are being owed money. The people that work at this Fulton County jail that we're speaking about, where these people are being held. When I say these people, Willie Brown, as well as the co-defendants that's still being charged under the YSL RICO case, they are being owed money. This is what's going on at the Fulton County Jail, that all this mess is going on. And so much now to the point, okay, the sheriff recently had to do an announcement stating that his department, if they don't raise the pay or do something, he's going to have to end up owing the people that work at the Fulton County Jail. That's the level we're talking about, right? But just think about it. They're already having fights. People are already getting injured. It's not safe there. And even when Young Thug, I want to show it to you guys. Even when Young Thug was in jail, he wasn't even at Fulton County. His attorneys, I want to show Young Thug. Even when Young Thug was locked up, it was so bad. I just want you guys to think about it. It was so bad at Fulton County Jail, and it's still chaos there. Okay? It's still chaos. It's still understaffed. That Young Thug's attorneys had to request for him to go to a whole nother jail in a whole nother county for not only his safety, but for the well-being, okay, of this particular case that had pertained to him. Now, going back down to Mr. Shannon Stillwell, okay, he was there and he's still at the Fulton County Jail, right? And I want people to understand this, right along with this person. And this is the same person that injured him, okay, injured him a year ago. Now, how is all this coming about? Why am I speaking on this? Because the sheriff wants to blame partially the blame on this particular person, the Fulton County District Attorney. And I'm going to show her the Fulton County District Attorney, Fonnie Willis. Go back. Want to make sure give me one moment. I'm sorry, you guys. Fonnie Willis, this lady right here. Okay, this is why people are very upset, including the sheriff, okay, at the Fulton County Jail, because a lot of people are being held at this jail with not even a trial date yet, and injuries. People like what I just told you, Shannon Stillwell, who is a co-defendant in this YSL RICO case, he's still locked up. This is why people are having big issues with what's been going on with Fonnie Willis, not even setting up trial dates, okay, getting it done. And I'll be fair with Fonnie Willis. When she did first come in, after Paul Howard, who was the initial Fulton County district attorney, I'll be fair. Yes, there was a lot she had to deal with, but I'm not gonna say she didn't know, because she was working under Paul Howard, okay, the former Fulton County district attorney, okay. So it's not like she didn't know what was going on, okay. So that's what you get when you come in. Now, but I will say this: Fonnie Willis has been the district attorney for Fulton County for 4 years, and now she is she has been extended for another 4 years in her position, because here in Fulton County, she did actually win the position for another 4 years. Now, what I can say in regards to Fonnie Willis, I don't know what's to come. And the only reason I say I don't know what's to come, because it seems as if things are not getting done it's still on the same note, right? Because if things were still getting done, a gentleman such as Willie Brown should have not been in a position to injure this man, okay, Shannon Stillwell. And I also want to mention to the fact that it is very chaotic at that jail system that I'm speaking about. You have had a lot of people being found in the cell, they're just not there anymore. I'll say it that way. Okay, so that's why the sheriff at this point, Sheriff Labatt, that is why he is now stating that he's going to file a lawsuit, okay, with the county, because now it's gotten to the point where people are not being paid, okay, that works for Fulton County as far as the jail goes. So that is why people are just trying to, at this particular time and frame, put themselves in a position where, okay, everybody would be in a good position. When I say in a good position, the Fulton County Jail itself can be properly staffed, because that's another issue that has been going on. Okay, it has not been properly staffed, all the way to the point, just like I stated, with the YSL co-defendant Shannon Stillwell, who is still in there as we speak. He's been in a limbo, okay? He's been injured, and to top it all off, according to his former fiance, she did an interview, Taisha Alexander. She stated that prior to this first time he was injured in jail, he had got injured before, the year before. But the news don't want to put that out there. The news don't want to put out the fact that this man had been injured prior to this. Okay. So the news will only put out that Shannon Stillwell, this gentleman, he was injured. What should I say? Yes, with the S word. He was injured in the stomach and in the back one time, okay, at Fulton County Jail since he's been there, right? But the thing is, what's to happen, okay, moving forward? And the only reason I'm saying what's to happen moving forward, because he as well as DeMonte, they did not accept the plea deals that was offered to them. So now moving forward, they are, in the words of, they're just pushing forward for this trial to finish, however it's going to finish. And however it finishes, if he is found guilty, just like I stated, he's looking at quote unquote 40 years. No, quote unquote 2 life sentences in addition to 85 years, okay, of federal prison. Now, I don't know what might happen to him, because I'm just going to be very, very transparent with you guys. If he got hit, quote unquote, in the jail, okay, what's to say might come to him when he goes to federal prison for 2 life sentences in 85 years? I'm just being honest, okay? Because we also have to take into play that there was a quote unquote beef between YSL and YFN, okay? We have to be honest. There was beef, and you do have people that are in both the jail as well as the quote unquote prison, okay, that are still affiliated with these quote unquote organizations, right? And now I will say this, when it comes down to Shannon Stillwell, I don't know what in the world, because somehow these women are really like interested in him, because ever since he's been locked up at the jail, I mean, he has quote unquote had a fiance, and now it's being shown, and I showed it to you guys. He is quote unquote allegedly legally married to an attorney here in Fulton County that once represented Lil Woody, and her name is, as you can see right here, Kayla Janae Bumpus. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with Shannon, okay? But one thing about Shannon, he's not letting the jail stop him. Okay? He's not letting the jail stop him. Now, moving forward, I'm gonna scroll back down. Wanted to talk about the results of this election, okay, overall, when it comes down to the 47th president, as well as the current president, Joe Biden. I will say, in regards to that, I'm going to talk about that a little bit, how I feel that, things have been people have been affected, okay? A lot of people have been affected. And I'm going to talk about the first person that has been affected, this lady that you're looking at. This is the new person that Donald Trump himself has appointed, given a position. She will become the U.S. history's first White House chief of staff, okay? That's as far as a female, as far as a woman goes. Now, with her, the reason I want to talk about her as far as what I think, how she helped, quote unquote, 47th president win the election, is because she was one of the people that managed. She was the co-chairman that managed the campaign. And I mentioned that because I noticed with her, and I'm just gonna read. We're just gonna read. Okay, she was one of the campaign managers. Before that, she was Donald's Florida state director back in 2016. She worked for Governor Ron DeSantis as well as Rick Scott, and she goes all the way back to 1980. You can't make this up. 1980 as Ronald Reagan's scheduler. So you like, this is just kind of giving you the frame of how she is. With her, she's a very traditional woman when it comes down how she runs things, she wants things, and she's not one of those people that ran the campaign. If you guys can go back and see how Donald ran his campaign, okay, it didn't have a lot of glitz and glam like how Kamala Harris campaign was. I'll say it that way. You didn't see all these randoms. You didn't see a whole bunch of celebrities on the stage twerking and doing all this. It was very just traditional, okay? And I think a lot of people, are very shocked that the president won, okay? The 47th president is quote unquote Mr. Donald, okay? A lot of people are very shocked, but from my standpoint, I really believe the reason he won, one of the reasons he won, was because of his actual campaign manager, okay? Sue Willis, okay? Now, with this is going to be very, very heavy moment, because like I said, she is the first woman in history to hold a chief of staff position at the White House, and that is the position that he has rewarded her having this position as the president when he officially becomes president January after the inaugural ceremony. Now, moving forward, the next person I think that was very trivial for Mr. Donald, and I'm saying it that way for a reason, it's not disrespectful, was this person, Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk made a lot of headlines, okay? He made a lot of headlines. One of the headlines that he made was the fact that he was actually rewarding people. If all you had to do was register, this is what he did. All you had to do was live in one of the 7 swing states. Live in one of the 7 swing states, be a registered voter, okay? And actually go vote. And if you did those things, right? If you did those things, and you had to register to be part of his committee, okay? If you did those things, you would be in the list of getting $1 million. Okay, so what he did, he actually rewarded people $1 million each just to do that, okay? And when he made that announcement, over 1 million people applied, okay? And it was like picked out randomly if you followed the steps, as far as, like I said, be a resident in one of the swing states, okay? As well as registering to vote in those swing states, in one of those swing states, and actually going to go vote in those swing states. So this is, I'm sorry, I see my thing is getting a little, whoa, sorry about that, you guys. I don't know if you guys see it. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? How the camera, I'm not sure. Hold on, you guys. It's like, woo. But like I stated, when it comes down to Elon Musk, he actually invested $70 million of his own money for the campaign, Donald's campaign. And that's one thing I want to talk about. A lot of these celebrities, I see it keeps bumping, but I see a lot of these celebrities, they donate. I mean, not a lot. I see a lot of these celebrities, they was actually endorsing, they're doing their endorsement, but how many people would actually want to? Can anybody see this? I see the camera moving. Anybody that's in the live, do you see it? Like, do you see the glitch, or is it just me? Please respond. If anybody with the, like, on my end, I see a glitch. Do you guys see a glitch? Please put it in the comments. Let me know if you see what I see before I continue. And I'm sorry, I've been having some technicalities with this. Does anybody see what I see? Please respond before I can move forward. Please respond. Do you see a glitch in this? And I apologize. And hello, you guys. Thanks for coming in. Please hit that like button, but please respond because it's like on my end, I'm having technicalities on my end. Please respond if you can see what I see, because if you don't see it, I may have to restart this live. Please let me know before I continue. Please let me know. Let me see. I'm trying to see before because I don't want to end this live. Anybody, let me see. I'm sorry, you guys. Please give me one moment. I'm having some technicalities this morning. But like I stated, when it came down to Elon Musk, he actually donated $70 million of his own fortune, okay? And I noticed a lot of celebrities, they do not, quote unquote, I might have to restart this live. I don't want to restart it. Let me see something. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can see it on my end, because I do see a glitch. It's just like glaring. If anybody please respond before I end this live, please let me know. Please let me know. This is Politic Graham. Mrs. Shamrock, Big Man, Jacob, can somebody let me know before I end this live, because I'm trying to see politics discussions are looked at closely. Let me go down. I can't see. My phone is, it's like I said, I'm having glitches. Oh boy. Yes, can somebody please respond, because I'm having technicalities on my end and I don't want to end the live. I don't want to end it. Let me see something. Oh, somebody please respond before I have to end this live, because it's like on my end I'm seeing a glitch. This is really weird. Can anybody see what I see? Please respond. Oh my goodness, I'm having issues. Oh, come on. Don't do me like this. I'm having issues. Please respond, you guys. Oh my goodness, this thing is acting up. Okay, you guys, what I might have to do, let me see. I might hold off a little bit, but please let me know. And thank you for coming in. Please hit that like button. Please share. Yes, I'm talking about the politics. I'm talking about the Young Thug case. I might just continue a little bit more before I have to see what's wrong. But like I stated, when it came down to Elon Musk, okay, he actually donated $70 million to the person that he was endorsing. But a lot of people, they tend to, I don't know, I might just end it. Let me see. I don't know. I might just end it. Oh, can somebody say anything? Because it's like, it's not, oh my goodness, this thing is acting up. Can somebody say anything? This thing is acting up. And I don't want to shake it. Let me see if I move it. It's still doing it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, gosh. Guys, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I may have to, quote unquote, and I don't want to do this, I may have to do the live in about 2 minutes, but I'm trying to hold on because I don't really want to start a whole nother live for you guys. But please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. I don't want to start this live again. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I'm having issues with this. Oh my goodness. One moment, you guys. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix it without having to start this live again. I don't want to start the live again like that. I do not want to start this live again. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, you guys. I don't want to start the live. I'm trying to see if you guys see what I see. Because if you guys see what I see, then I might have to start the live again. But give me one moment. And like I stated, you guys, we are talking about Young Thug. One moment, you guys. It is a lot. My apologies. I would never do this. As far as the time frame, I would do it a little bit early. I would stand on it. But please give me one moment. Please, please, please. Oh, boy. This is wild. This is interesting. One moment, you guys. Hello. Thank you for coming in. What I'm going to do in about 5 or 6 minutes, I'm just trying to see before I do what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to do that. But yes, like I stated, I was talking about the politics part, dealing with Young Thug and the YSL case, and then I was moving forward in why I think the results came how they came in regards to the election here in America. It's not glitching now. Dang it! I'm trying to see you guys. Please, can anybody see what I see? Please, somebody respond, because it's like my thing is really, it's like really acting up, and I'm just like, oh, please, let me know something before I have to restart this live. Yes, like I stated, you guys, when it came down, I'm gonna give a short. I'm gonna go back to Young Thug's case, the YSL case, the RICO case. Let me see. This thing is really acting up. I apologize, you guys. Like I stated, when it comes down to this RICO case, Young Thug, he accepted a plea, as well as the other gentleman that you see crossed out. They accepted a guilty plea, but the other two gentlemen, they did not accept a guilty plea. Now, also, I'm just giving a brief, okay, before I have to restart this live. Oh, I don't want to restart it. I swear I don't want to restart this live. I want to move forward. It's not good to restart things in life, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. But also, I wanted to give a little talk about, people that I think help the person win President Donald Trump, okay, to become the 47th president. I wanted to discuss matters such as that, and one of the keynotes, okay, and some people might disagree with me, but I do feel that MTG, she did assist in Donald Trump becoming the 47th president. She's very vocal. We had a conversation about her last live, just how vocal she is. Okay, and I want to show a clip before I actually end this live, but I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come right back. But I wanted to show a clip of just how vocal Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene is. She's a very vocal woman. I'll say it that way. Very vocal. Give me one moment. I'm going to show the clip of her, as well as Jasmine Crockett, okay, who is Congress in Texas. She's a congresswoman in Texas. I'm going to show it. Give me one moment. I apologize for the technical difficulties, you guys. Thank you for working with me, because it's like on my end, I'm seeing like glitchy on my end, and I may end up having to restart the live. I do not want to do that. I don't want to do it. Let me see. One moment, you guys, and thank you for coming in. Thank you for being patient with me. My apologies. Oh my goodness. But like I stated, we have to keep moving forward. We cannot just stop. We have to continue to move forward. Okay, that is my belief, and I'm standing on that. No matter what you go through, you gotta stick it out. Stick it out, as they say. One moment. I'm trying to actually find the clip that we all talked about yesterday. It was a very interesting clip of Marjorie as well as Jasmine having an argument. Yes, I cannot make this up, ladies and gentlemen. They got in a nice little argument together. I'll say it that way. And one moment, you guys, I'm looking for it right now. And thank you for being patient with me. And I might end up having to do start the live again. I'm seeing like this glitching on my end. And it's like my phone it's like keep freezing up. I mean, as far as the one that I'm doing the live on, I'm sorry. Whoops. See what I'm saying? It's acting up. It's acting up, ladies and gentlemen. One moment. One moment, you guys. It's acting up. I told you guys this is really acting up. Really, really bad. Even on my end with the computer. I've been having technicalities. One moment, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. One moment. Please be patient with me. This is what I'm going to do. I may just have to start the live again. Oh, this is wow. This is a wow moment. Oh. But before I start, I want to give a shout out to Big Man, IDC. I want to give a shout out to Double Roses Twins, Mrs. Shamrock, Narendra. I am Jacob. Thank you guys for coming in. And like I said, I will be restarting this live. Okay. Peace. And always have a peace of mind, but always stay in peace. This is Politic Ground.